Hey everybody, Marvin Kane here with installment number 11 in our Answer Man series. Today I want to talk about Google. Now yes, I know you're saying, well, don't you always talk about Google? Well, yes, in a way I do. After all, Google is the 1,000-pound gorilla in the search world. So anytime you're talking about search engine optimization strategy, of course you're going to be talking about Google. But today I want to talk about something very specific. See, what I want to share with you is the notion that Google is not the enemy. See, Google imposes restrictions and makes new rules, and sometimes it can seem that way, but Google is not the enemy. So, you see, I talk a lot about Google continually updating its algorithms, and people have been asking me, well, why do they do that? So, here's why. They do it to improve the quality of their search results, which improves the quality of your online experience, which in turn increases your trust in Google and keeps you coming back. So it's the classic win-win situation. So what I thought I would do is, as briefly as I can, is talk about some of the specific algorithms that Google has introduced over the years, so we can get a better picture of where Google is going with all of this. Now, for some reason that I don't quite understand, Google likes to name its algorithms and likes to give its algorithms animal names. I don't know why, but that's Google, and that's what they do. So here are a couple of the changes that have occurred over the years. The first algorithm change they named Panda. And Panda was designed to penalize websites for low-quality content, for content that didn't add any value, that didn't give users really anything they were looking for, just very thin content. The next thing they came up with was the freshness algorithm. And the idea behind that was Google understood that so much information was flooding the internet that it would be a good idea to be able to present information and to reward websites that were publishing recent information, current information, and were updating their websites with fresh news. Now, this particularly benefited news websites and entertainment websites and political websites. So this is a freshness upgrade, makes sense. The next thing they did was what they called ads above the fold. And here is where Google began to penalize websites that were publishing a lot of ads above the fold, which is the area, of course, on your web browser that's right in front of your eyes. And in Google's view, that was definitely hurting your experience and making your experience less pleasant, so it began to penalize websites that did that. And by the way, when Google penalizes a website, what that means is your rankings will suffer. And if you were on page 1 or on page 2, and someday you notice that, well, you can't be found at all, chances are you have suffered what we call an algorithmic penalty, because you have crossed Google and your ranking suffers. So after the freshness came the Venice upgrade. Not sure where they got that name from, but that just improved local search results, which are extremely important. And then came the Penguin update. And what Penguin did was it penalized websites that were participating in link schemes and keyword stuffing. Now, link schemes are really a way around the hard work of earning quality backlinks by trying to buy links, which is not a good idea. And keyword stuffing just means stuffing your keywords randomly into your paragraphs, into your sentences in a way that's unnatural and not conversational. That's what the Penguin update is about. Next came the Knowledge Graph. The Knowledge Graph is an upgrade that basically returns results that Google is getting from a wide variety of sources, not necessarily just its own database. So that's the Knowledge Graph. The next one was a really big one, and it's called the Hummingbird algorithm. And what this algorithm does is it focuses on the meaning behind words. And I talked about this in our last video. So now Google is looking a little bit beyond just making an exact keyword match for the words that you typed in. Google is now interested in trying to determine what's the meaning behind the words, what is your intent, what are you really trying to do here. The next one is called the Pigeon update, and as the name implies, it provides more useful, relevant information for local search by improving the location and geographical devices that Google uses to bring back its results. So that's a Pigeon update. The next one is the Pirate upgrade. And the pirate upgrade was designed to penalize websites that have known copyright infringement problems. That's why it's called pirate, obviously, and that's where the penalties come from. The next one, and the last one that I'm going to talk about, is recall. Google didn't name it this, but we have named it this. We called it Mobilegeddon. And what that is about is that Google began to penalize websites that were not optimized for mobile display. Mobile display is extremely important now, and if your website is not optimized for mobile, rest assured you will be penalized. So do you see a pattern here in all of these different algorithm changes and updates? It seems to me that the pattern running through all of these is Google is trying to continually improve the quality of its results, which improve the quality of your experience. So here's Google's mission, and I will quote this. Google's mission is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. That's quite a mission, and I think Google's going to do it. They're on the way already. And here's a direct quote from Larry Page, who was one of the two founders of Google. Larry Page said, "The ultimate search engine is one that basically understands everything in the world and always gives you the right thing, and we're not even close to being there." Close quote. So these are lofty goals for Google. This is what their algorithm changes are all about. So you see what I mean by Google's not the enemy, and why am I talking about this? Well, I am because I want you to know that when I offer some advice on improving your website, whether it's adding content, making your content more deep, whether it's adding additional keywords or related keywords, whether it's cleaning up your citation profile or trying to get more and more reviews, I make those recommendations with the full understanding of what Google is looking for and what your users are looking for. Visitors can't become customers if they can't find you, and they can't find you if you're not giving them what they want. So as always, if you have more questions, I am more than happy to be your guide. Remember, I am the Answer Man, and thanks for watching.